Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer and I'm playing Dungeon Universalis. But I'm playing without these time tracker here. Just don't see that making a lot of sense. So we fought that battle here against 3 warriors, a wolf and 2 shooters. And it wasn't that great. We lost quite a bit of fortune there, especially she took some bad hits from the blunders with the spell that basically it killed her, and she had to spend 2 fortune to prevent that from happening. And yeah, then we spent other things like here. I think we did a reroll for the initiative and stuff like that. So yeah, that wasn't too great. So let's see. We can get. I'm considering maybe drinking from the well. There's a good chance that I can heal with the dwarf if I go there, for example. So I might do that, but I got to position myself a little bit different. I could go with this guy, for example, here, just to make sure that this safety zone is stretched all over the room. And then he's gonna move here. He can do this now. I mean, this will take a couple of turns overall, but it doesn't really matter that much. I can't do this in one action, so but I think I can run at least. Yeah, okay. So because upstairs and all that takes me a little bit, but I can run there. And she can try to get rid of the stunned condition, and she manages to do that. Very good. Now this is also going down here, which is okay. And then the dwarf can try to drink from the well. And we have here, so we basically want a 4 to 6. If we roll low, things can go wrong. So we don't want a 1, and probably not a 2 either. Okay, great. So what does that mean? Polluted water. Character takes 1 damage die against natural armor. If he loses 1 or more vitality points, he gets the condition diseased. Fantastic. Okay, so let's do it. So my natural armor is 3. Let's see, we got some. Okay, you got a tough. Character gets a +1 whenever he rolls to avoid the conditions stunned, diseased, and poisoned. No, and the natural armor is increased against poisons, diseases. I would say that is definitely one of these things. Oops. So I guess I get a +1 natural armor here. So 1 to 3 and I'm fine. Okay, great. This is really a great start. So let's see what that means. Yeah, basically I lose 1 vitality and the condition diseased. Let's see how bad that is. Okay, so that didn't work out so great. However, I can now use the healing herbs, so we gotta go back because he's gonna go adjacent to her, and then we can try to do that. So it's not a big deal, but we lose this item. Okay, so then I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, and this guy also kind of moves back here, I guess, and yeah, whatever. So, and then I'm gonna move here. They trade items. All these things are not important because I'm not counting the actions and I'm not counting the turns. It's just pointless. So he gives this to him, and now I can use these, and that will heal 1d3 wounds. So that was pretty good. So, and it also will remove the condition diseased. So that's pretty good. Okay, cool. At least we got rid of this. Okay, so now basically what we want to do is we want to go here, open that door, and I simply will place my guys here. There is no reason to run around or move around or whatever. That will just cost us time. Now the door is actually here, so basically we want to go here. And we want to bring the scout in front. This guy stays behind. So I guess we can do something like this. And then we will open that door, or we will try to open this door. So let's see what happens. Okay, we get a trap. And that is a vigilant watchman. Huh. Let's see. This card is revealed and no creatures are spawned. Keep it face up without paying its cost. It will be activated the next time the dark player spawns creatures in a newly revealed section. Get a +2 bonus to the result of the initiative roll after spawning creatures in a newly revealed section. Use this card as soon as a hero opens an unexplored door or reveals a section. Okay, wow, that's not great. So that costs him 1 point. And then I guess the door is open. Okay, so we found another room now with a table here, and there's another door over there. So this is not the library, it seems. So let's see if we're gonna find some creatures there. And indeed we do. And now we got this vigilant watchman thing going on. So let's see. We got an enemy spotted. So that isn't good at all. So that means we get another fight with, well, I guess also quite a few creatures. So let's see. And they probably get initiative. Not good. So let's see. Okay, so here we have again our table. We add 2. Okay, that's a 5 this time. So we got warriors with a flail and leather armor, and 3 warriors with spear and shield. So 3 warriors with a flail and 3 with a spear and a shield. Okay, so we gotta find these guys. Okay, so there we go. So these 3 guys here in the front row, these are the ones with the flails, and these 3 here, they have the spear. Okay. And let's see. So the one with the flails, they have a leather armor, and the ones with the spear have a shield. Okay, let's hope that we can... So these are all melee fighters. And let's see what the activation says here. So first we got to do a check, an initiative check, and this is gonna be tough. So these guys have no bonus here, but they have a +2 because of the Vigilant Watchman. Now I have, on the other hand, I'm not so bad either. I also have a +2 because of the wolf and my sharp senses. So let's hope for the best here. That is not the best. Oh, it is the best. I got the white dice. So I win. That is very, very good. And it's also, I guess, very important. Awesome. So this now goes away. And yeah, that was a very good one. That definitely gives me a couple of more options now. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, so I guess I want to attack with her, simply this guy. I think the guys with the flails are a little more dangerous. They do 4 damage. The spears only do 3. And yeah, in addition to that, he's a little bit closer, so I don't get any negative modifier for the distance. So I can simply try my double shot here. Okay, that's a 5. That is, I think that is just good enough. Yeah, that is just good enough. And so he has a leather armor. Okay. So he has 4 armor. That wasn't great. So it's 1 damage. And overall he's got 4. So let's do another shot then. Ugh. Gosh, that was bad. Okay, so no success with this shot. And then I think I'm probably going to move back. I got movement value of 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move back here, I guess. Okay. Considering doing again the war dance, maybe I should have done that before I started this whole action. Then I would have had a hit here. But I'm not gonna do that again. So let's try to do the war dance again. Yeah. Okay, that is a successful cast. And so 5 is the number of turns that I will have now this bonus. Now I'm actually simply considering, I'm actually really thinking about just simply positioning myself here. And in that way, I will only have to face... Wait a minute, I was actually here. Yeah, I mean, I might even go back 1 step here, and in this way, I'd only have to face 2 guys at the same time. So maybe that is actually a pretty good idea. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Okay, so... So, following the creature activation table, it now says spellcasters, range attacks, leaders, rest of the creatures Equality of the order, creatures with a higher VP. Same VP creatures with the higher agility will activate first. So considering that the guys with the leather armor have a lower agility, they're down to 2 here, I guess I'm going to activate the guys with the spears first. And actually that is a good idea, because they can attack basically from 2 spaces away, and then the other ones can kind of move through them and also attack. So the other ones get basically, yeah, that's a good idea. So in the first turn, I actually have to face the attack of 4 guys, I guess. So let's see, let's assume this guy activates first. 1, 2, and then he moves here. Okay, so he is now, he's got a spear, which means that's a long-ranged weapon. So he can attack from 2 spaces away now. Okay, and, oh, actually, which one gets attacked first? It doesn't really matter. They both will be attacked. So I'm going to start with the Cyclops, and so he's got a combat value of 3. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, he's got a combat value of 3, and he's got a shield, but that doesn't really matter, I guess. Okay, so nothing happened here. And now the other guy activates, so we can go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can attack the dwarf. And that also is of no effect. Then I'm going to activate another one with a spear. 1, 2, 3... 4, I don't know, I mean 5, 6. Well, they have a movement value of 5. I think I'm going to place him here. I could run. I guess following the rules, I actually have to run. Yes, I'm going to move 1 additional space, and I'm going to move here basically. And so now it's, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, now it's the first guy with the flail. So a movement value of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can now enter here, and he can now attack the dwarf. And he's got a -1 because the flail gives him a penalty. Yeah. But it's more dangerous if it hits. But it doesn't. So this is looking pretty good this time. And now we take this guy here, and he also moves through here, and he attacks. Oh, actually, it's not quite clear who they are attacking, because they're gonna attack the guy who is easiest to hit. That will actually be the Cyclops, because he has a lower agility. Does that make a difference? Yeah, I'm not sure if it does. Yeah, not really actually, because they would win the tie anyway, because they have a shield. No, they don't have the shield. The spear guys have the shield. So yeah, that gives... No, they would lose the tie anyway. So it doesn't really make a difference here. So the enemy which did the most damage, enemy with the lowest armor. So I think in this case, this guy has a lower armor than the dwarf. Yeah, so we're gonna attack the Cyclops. And that is a hit. Not good, and it's even a critical hit. That sucks. So that would be 4 damage, and it also reduces the armor of the attacker by 1. That's tough. Do I really want to allow that? Or do I want to spend a fortune here? Actually, I feel like maybe I should spend a fortune. That seems pretty tough to me, so I'm going to re-roll his attack roll. I think with a 6, I'm in a fairly good position. And that's a 7, so yeah, I'm gonna actually win this. That was a little bit too risky for me. Okay, and now the last guy with the flame will attack. Now actually I think this guy was already wounded. I think he had 1 wound. Okay, okay, so now this is the position. This is the position, and yeah, I say we just fight always the front guys, and maybe that's okay then. So let's start again with the Cyclops. He's attacking his opponent here. So do I want to go into Berserker mode? That's a little bit tricky because I have to subtract 1. But you know, actually, I don't know if it's worth it. It's hard to tell. Because it's dangerous when defending. No, I don't think so. You know, I'm going to do this slowly. I'm not going to go into Berserker mode. I'm just going to try a standard attack. And that is a hit. So that gives me 6 dice. Gosh. And again, I'm throwing dice all over the place. Okay, so 6 dice. These are 3 hits. And because the guy already had a wound, he's already killed. Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. So the question is, do I want to go back here? What I could do is, and I think I want to give that a try, I want to maybe do the God Crush then. And I could do this if I move with this guy back here, and I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could do that. I could move through all these people and then try to play the God Crush them on this guy. And then all these 4 would take severe damage. You know, I think that is actually something I'm going to try. So I'm going to move back. If it doesn't work out, it kind of sucks. But it really would. Yeah, that wouldn't be great if it would not work out. That would be an issue because then she had to face these guys. So that is... But I mean, she got the experienced wizard thing. She still got a fortune. That's a tough one. I think I'm going to go for it. So, yeah, she will now try the God Crush them. And so to do this spell... Oh, we also have the War Dance. God damn, we're in a good position then. Maybe I don't need that. You know, I really don't know if I'm going to need that thing. Maybe I don't. It's hard to tell. I mean, there is a risk. I only have 3 fortune. I don't think I'm going to do it. I also have the War Dance. You know, I'm so superior in combat, basically. Got something like a +3 or so. I mean, that's really pretty good. Yeah, think I simply want to fight this out. She has a -1 because she already has a permanent spell going on. So I don't think I want to do this. I'm just okay here. And then the dwarf will attack this guy with his flail. And that is also a hit. But I think this would be now reduced to... Oh, come on! Okay, so this is at 4. And so now I'm actually... Yeah, I think I'm going to roll 3 dice. Do the fast attacks. And I'm going to attack this guy with a flail. And that is very good. That's 11. And it's critical. So that allows me to roll actually... That's 4, 7, 8 dice. That's really good. That's 4 dice. Okay, there we go. And another one. And that's already enough. So that means we killed him too. Very cool. So that is not bad. Okay, so we managed to get rid already of 2 enemies. And I think it went pretty well. So now it's them again, and we have to roll if there be some kind of special card going on. And yeah, there will. Okay, and that says hidden. All of the dark player's creatures placed in a section of his choice will be considered to be behind heavy cover during the hero's next turn when they are the target of ranged or magic attacks. Okay, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess he has to play that, but it's not a big deal because so he just basically loses 2 points. But because I'm fighting melee here, but of course I could do something else and then this would apply. But right now this is no big deal. Okay, now we're gonna activate again. First, we're going to activate again these 2 guys with the spears. That makes a lot of sense because they are already in range. So the first one attacks the Cyclops here. That's not great, but I think it could be actually still good enough. Let's see. So the Cyclops has a +2 in general. And because I got the war dance going on, I actually win that roll. So that was pretty good. Luckily I didn't go into this berserker mode. And now the other one basically has to attack the dwarf. And that was also obviously not successful. Now, this is a little odd now. I mean, but I think this is how you kind of... If we activate this guy, I'm not even sure if I can go here. You know what I'm simply gonna do? I'm gonna just make it a little... I'm gonna move back with him because I'm not engaged, so I can simply move back. And I will allow him to move here and then attack. Otherwise, I don't know if I can move through here and position myself here and attack. I'm not even sure if this is possible with a ranged weapon. And if it would be, I would have a negative modifier of -1 because the ranged weapon, yeah, that you get penalized when you fight somebody who is adjacent to you with a ranged weapon. So let's see. Now this guy will do an attack against the dwarf. Okay, that's an 8. So actually it's not the dwarf, it's going to be the cyclop, because he is... What was that? I don't know. No, it's going to be the dwarf, because he did the most damage. So, let's see what we got. I think it's actually, again, I think I win this. The dwarf is 2 better, and the wardens again saves my ass. So yeah, I win that too. And now, last, we got one more. Wait a minute, this is all a little bit fiddly here. Oh, actually, this was the guy with the flail. I kind of fucked this up. So I'm going to place him here, and then I'm going to allow, I don't know, this guy. Shit. I kind of messed up here. I think I should have activated him first and placed him here. So he attacked with the spear, and now the guy with the flail comes in, and I don't know, he moves here, and he also attacks the dwarf. And it's, yeah, same again. I'm okay here. I'm totally fine. Yeah, it's really hard for them. I basically have, against the spears, I basically got a +3, and against the flail, I have a +4, and with 2 6-siders, it's hard to beat that. Okay, so I'm gonna now activate the dwarf and attack the guy with the flail. Wow, that was great. So that means I get, again, 8 dice. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's consider that a 5. So sadly that's only 3 hits. So he's not dead, he's just wounded. Now I can push him. It would be an interesting question if I could push him here. But I think this is not possible because you also cannot walk this way. So I think, yeah, I cannot push him away. So, okay, so the other guy will then the Cyclops, I guess he then tried to simply kill him. And that is a success too. So he gets then 6 dice. And yeah, obviously that was good enough. So we're doing really good here. It's you know, it's not a big deal. I mean, the fact that we are positioned in this way so that basically, on the other hand, you know, I mean, with these spears, they kind of can get around this thing, but they're just not that good. It's again the dark player, and he rolls his die, and this time it's nothing. And yeah, again, these guys will now try to attack. So the first one attacks the Cyclop, and this time it's looking not so great. And actually, I shouldn't forget, they have shields. That's also an important aspect. Okay, so, but they only do 3 damage. So this isn't so terribly bad. So I think I'm going to take that and hope it's not going to be so bad. So, I got 4 armor. Okay, that's 1 damage. I guess that's okay. Okay, fine. Then the other guy will attack the dwarf. Fuck. That's bad. Wow, that sucks. That's not good at all. Double critical. That's 5 dice of damage. That's really not good. So what do I do with that? The problem is a 12 against a 7, you know, even if I against a 3, If I force him to reroll that, maybe I should. But then I'm going to lose a fortune. But the point is, if this... yeah, hard to tell. If I take that... You know what? I'm going to spend that fortune. I got a lot. I got 6 fortune. I'm going to spend it, and I'm going to force him to reroll. Maybe I'm lucky. Okay, that is fantastic. That's just a 4. So that means he didn't make it. I was lucky there, definitely. And now I'm going to do it the same as before. I'm going to move back 1 space. And the other guy will now move in and try to attack me. And he's going to attack... I think he's also going to go for the dwarf because he did the most damage. So he's going to attack the dwarf. And that is not successful. So, okay, cool. And now it's us again. And what we can do now is we can attack from here, basically on the distance. And if we hit... we do damage and we can move closer. So let's see. I'm going to start with the Cyclop and I'm going to attack simply this guy here. Okay, that's an 11 against a 7. He's going to win that. Okay, fine. And then this guy, the dwarf, will attack. And I'm going to attack him, for example. And that is a hit. Not a great one, but it's a hit. And that gives me 7 dice. And now I actually have to move toward him. Because I did hit him. So I'm going to move toward him. And I'm going to roll 7 dice. And then do the damage. And then I have the option to push him away or not. If he survives. But, well, let's roll these dice first. Okay, that's pretty solid. That would actually kill him because his armor is only 3. He doesn't wear leather armor, but he has a shield. So we got to roll for that. And on a 5+, this is blocked. And this is not the case, so he's dead. We can remove this guy. He died. Awesome. Okay, now, let's see. How does that work? So now it's them. And first of all, I'm going to roll again the die for them. And nothing special here. And to keep things simple, I'm going to activate this guy first. So I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to attack the dwarf. And that is definitely a hit, and it's a blunder by the dwarf, and I cannot allow that. I don't want to destroy my weapon, so I got to roll again. And that is much better, and I'm fine. It's no hit then. And now the question is, what happens with this guy? Does he have to disengage, or can he do that? I'm going to try. I'm going to check that out. Now, he doesn't have to disengage. He will fight like this, but he's got a -1 penalty because he is adjacent to the dwarf. I mean, he could actually... I wonder if he can attack this guy. And I think he can. You know what? I think I'm actually going to attack this guy because I'm also engaged with him. And then I don't get the penalty. And because the dwarf already was attacked, that means I can attack actually this guy. And I'm going to do this. And that is an 8 against a 6. And I'm okay. Okay, so now... I'm going to start with a Cyclop, and I'm going to attack this guy. And that is perfect. And he blundered. Oh boy. Okay. So first I'm going to check if he survives that, which is not that likely. So I got 7 dice. And he only has, well, first of all, well, okay, I'm going to roll that. Okay, that would kill him. Now, he can try to block that, I think. I gotta check if blocking is possible with a blunder, but I think it is. It is not blocked anyway. So that means he's dead, and I don't have to care about that blunder thing. Okay, so this guy is killed, and I think well, I don't really care. I'm gonna move 1 space here, it doesn't really matter. Actually, I could have moved here after the hit, and then after I killed him, I think no, I don't think so. No, I cannot move 1 space ahead. I think I can only move 1 space. And now I'm gonna go after this guy, and with the dwarf. Okay, that is a hit from my side, and I do 7 damage dice. So these are just 3 damage. So he is wounded, but still alive. But now I'm standing next to him, and he has no line of sight on this guy. So he has now to attack the dwarf. He's got a -1 because he's wounded. He's got a -1 because he's adjacent. And I got a whatever. I got a +1 and I have 2 more. I mean, if he wins that battle, I really have to give him respect for that. So we'll see. First we got to check if there's anything, if there's anything special happening, and this is not the case. Okay, that wasn't too great. So no problems here, and now the dwarf simply attacks again. And that's a hit, and I'm pretty sure I got now 8 dice or something, so that should be enough too. We can check if he can block that, and he can't. That's only a 3. Okay, that's it. He's done. Okay, great. So the Cyclops might now immediately loot the bodies with 6 dice. Oh, look at that. Wow, that's impressive. We found $5 again. Pretty good. Okay, so the wizardess, she moves here, 5, and then she searches the table. Gotta find the card here. Okay, so there's a table and some chairs. Roll 3d6, and there's nothing negative that can happen. Okay, that's not bad. That's a 5 and a 6. So for the 5 we find a beer, and for the 6 we find 1 pack of provisions. So I'm going to simply move the other guys toward the other door now. Pretty much like this. We can run. I mean, this is all something we don't really have to roll out. It's, you know, I mean, this doesn't make a lot of sense, I think. And, well, eventually that will cost me another turn then. But eventually I want to move her here. The reason why, I mean, I could have done it maybe the other way around and then it wouldn't have mattered anyway, but I got to find some house rule which kind of makes movement a little more interesting, but also gets rid of this stupid time tracker. At least, I don't know, maybe I'm not sure what you can come up with here. I don't know. That is really a bit of an issue. Maybe if you say, okay, you make it a little easier to win, so that you have a real chance to win. Something like whenever you kind of interact with something, for example, this, you get an experience point, right? And when you search a room, you get an experience point, and you know that it's getting a little easier instead of just... So otherwise these things like these interactions and all that stuff, it's basically just a waste of time because you don't get a lot out of it. And you also take some risks sometimes. So, I don't know. It is tricky, and I'm going to move her here. And this is pretty much it. I think I'm gonna, yeah, I don't know what to do this. Because, you know, it really slows things down if you do this stuff all the time and then you roll and can you move here and all. The question is, do you stumble or not? And you basically only roll to see if you blunder or not. I mean, sometimes the dwarf, if he rolls particularly low, he cannot quite move that far. But, you know, these are all things that are pure mechanical things. And I don't know, once you realize you cannot win that anymore, you cannot win the race, and usually that happens pretty early, there is no reason to take care about these kind of things in any way. So that's a bit of a shame. Okay, so I definitely, but I think I think you can fix that. I'm pretty sure that that's going to be possible. And, you know, I mean, you might as well say, okay, just screw these 2-point rules, or I mean, in the end, it's not that important if you move that you do the movement here. It doesn't take away a lot of the game because most of the game is actually combat and not sneaking around here or something. So that doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're standing here now, and I'm going to open the door. I think I want to load this up. This is a little bit shorter, but I think that's okay for now because I'm also out of time, and yeah, so I can load this up then. Hope to see you in the next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.